I was going through keywords and I found like a few keywords that were like not hard to rank on, but was getting a lot of views. And I put that keyword in a different, and I like, everything that was relevant to it. And then for some reason, just over time, I was shocked when that video got so many views, and like I still get sales for that beat.
Peace, what's going down? It's DJ Payne 1 for beatstars.com in the spot with the infamous Beatdemons. What's going down?
Yo,
Chilling, bruh. Chilling.
Sipping.
Hey.
All right, so on to the music. How long have both of you been producing?
Oh, man. I've been making beats since I was like 14. I'm 27 now, so it's been a while.
Probably like a good 8 years.
And then how long have you been selling beat licenses online?
3 years.
Yeah, about since 2016, right?
Once we switched to Bestars, after we heard all the stuff they had available, I mean, it was kind of like a no-brainer. And then honestly, just the player and everything just seemed to work better for us. So that's why we ended up staying there, and we seen ourselves increase just by switching.
So speaking of sales, how long did it take for you to actually start making sales within that 3-year period of just starting to upload your beats online?
I kind of had like people already in the town that like knew me personally. And then once they found that, I told them like, hey, we got a site. And I just never site. We kind of like, it wasn't a lot of sales, but it was some sales, and then we started investing in like promo and doing other stuff like that. And by the end of the year, we were making a couple thousand. So, I mean, it really just took a good year to make a couple thousand, but after that, it just took a little bit longer to start reaching to where it was like substantial enough to benefit two people.
So how many beats do you upload every week now compared to when you first started? Has that number changed?
It stayed the same, right? I think just back then it was just we didn't have our brand together, and like the way to word stuff, and like I know when you first start off, you're like, oh, I'm gonna send everybody to my social pages and all this other shit. And like, you don't think like, why don't you just direct all that traffic to your website? And I think that's what we were trying to figure out. But once we finally figured that out, we started just sending all those like people to our site and building that fan base and email base that way.
So just to be clear, so you found sending customers straight to your website to be more beneficial in terms of converting sales than building up an Instagram following or focusing on how many Facebook likes you got?
Yeah, I mean, it was more just like the product, just send them to the product. I mean, but it does help. I think ultimately, if you keep consistently uploading stuff on Instagram, YouTube, etc., that alone itself would, build up your fan base. But I mean, I wouldn't try to like build up your Instagram with your YouTube that you're trying to make money on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to try to direct traffic to your site. And then from your site, you'll have social media links if they care, But ultimately, I just think sending them to your site is the best option.
Over time, your branding has changed a lot, especially in terms of your image. And you spend a lot of time developing a look for your Instagram videos, your YouTube videos, and developing a look for your beat uploads. Why was this so important?
I think just to give the overall concept of Beatdemons, and once you listen to something, once you see something, you're gonna know like, oh, that's Beatdemons. You know what I'm saying? And I think it just it helps like make your fan base remember you more. And then the quality. Our Instagram back then, we used to just screen record with our phone. You know what I'm saying? Just record with our phone, and the audio wasn't always that great. Like the person watching didn't get the full effect of the video just because of the quality. And then, we're potentially losing out on fans and customers, So that's why we started, recording with a good camera and then putting audio on the back of high quality and just lining everything up. And then that right there just ultimately just changed our Instagram, and we started getting hundreds of followers, thousands of likes. That alone would just build your social.
So did you find that, this new imaging, this higher quality imaging corresponded to more sales?
Yeah. I mean, I've looked now, Instagram has like where you could check out analytics. and how many people from that post have went to your website. And, you know, from back then, I've noticed now that more people click the link on our website. We get more emails. It tells you how many followers you get just off that post, you know. So I think that I've noticed a big difference, and we've jumped to like how many Instagram followers we starting to get like daily.
So with all this video content, and especially with all the graphics, you know, every single YouTube upload has a specific look. You have an artist with their eyes all white, they look demonic. Who handles all the graphics? Who handles all the video editing? It's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, I handle all the graphics and all the editing and all the, when I upload, I'm like real smart with like the SEO and how to like, you know, just send everything the right way and put everything. I do all that. It does take a little bit of time, but I mean, that's why you have to build a template. Like we have a YouTube template that I made, and it's simple. You know, it didn't take that long, but I'll use that same template for every upload, and I'll just change out the name and then the thumbnail. But the thumbnails are probably the thing that does take the longest, though, just because I try to be creative, and you know, they can't just find that image on you know, what is it called, like Google and stuff like that. So I edit it and try to make it unique to our brand.
I mean, I think a lot of people underestimate how much work goes into building an online I know I certainly did when I first started. I'm like, there's no way this dude is spending all that time on Photoshop. There's no, because a lot of people are looking for free tools and shortcuts and let me just get a thumbnail generator. But you're doing this all manually. You're doing the keyword research all manually. You're in Photoshop demonizing the look of these images, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's easy though. I guess it just comes all down to like the creativity of each person. And me, back in the day, I used to like mess around with Photoshop. So now it's like how I know FL Studio, I know Photoshop. You know, I'm not like a beast at it, but I'm decent enough to handle everything quickly and efficiently.
So when you started making beats, you know, selling licenses online, did you think that you were going to have to do all this graphic stuff and this marketing and SEO stuff?
The SEO, no. The graphics, I had a idea, like, you know, you have to present yourself professionally, but I didn't think it would be to the point to what I'm doing now. So, I mean, I just think as you go, you start to progress in different things and you start to learn like, hey, this is what I should do and this is what I need to be doing, you know, and just trying to keep up with, not keep up with everybody, but trying to stay ahead really of like, you know, the quality and how we present ourselves, I think plays a big difference.
Now with YouTube, I went back to your first upload. Well, the first couple of uploads, right? I had to do my research, and they were all getting around, you know, 500 to 1,000 views. And then suddenly there's this video that just hit, I think, 5-6 figures. And now you're up to millions and millions of views. What do you think changed with your YouTube strategy?
It was weird because I know there was this one video, and it might be one of the first one that you actually probably seen. It was like a little boozy beat. Was it? Did you see that one?
Yeah. Yep.
It was. I don't know. With that one, like I tried using different keywords, and during that time, I want to say I think I was going through keywords, and I found like a few keywords that were like not hard to rank on, but was getting a lot of views, and I put that keyword in a different, and I like, you know, everything that was relevant to it. And then for some reason, just over time, I was shocked when that video got so many views. And like, I still get sales for that beat. Like, and that beat was uploaded like years ago. So, I mean, I just think good keywords that aren't being searched, that are being searched a lot, but don't have a high competition, you know, you should try to like squeeze in there while it's still good and just build from that. And I think that's kind of when we started doing like, I started going like more in depth with the graphics. And I think that cover art was like pretty good. Like it was eye catchy. And I think Boozy was trending at that time.
So that's all organic reach. A lot of people aren't necessarily aware of how to do that, but at the end of the day, it's still free to do all that research. But let's talk about inorganic reach. I heard you tell Producer Grind that you stick to pretty small daily Facebook and Instagram advertising budgets. A lot of producers I talked to a producer last night who was asking, if he should spend hundreds of dollars a day, because, you know, the more you spend, the more conversions you get. I said, from my experience, that's not necessarily true. And when I heard you say that, I knew that I had to ask you about that. So, you know, what is your ad strategy, and why do you keep your daily budget so low?
Facebook, the thing I've learned about Facebook is if you give them a large budget, they're going to run through that budget. And a lot of the views you might get might not be real, and it might not be organic people. And that's kind of why I keep the YouTube stuff like the Facebook like ads real low, just because, you know, from our past, we tried Facebook and we were trying to just do like non-pixel ads, and our views would like boost up, our likes would boost up, but at the end of the day, we weren't converting sales. So that's why I keep it strictly pixel ads when we do ads on Facebook, and I keep it a low budget because, you know, I've already got the audience for them to find. I just want to keep it at a steady pace and not let them just blow through my budget showing the same ads to people. That I know it's kind of weird. It's kind of just, I don't know how, like, I just learned from the first time, like, don't throw all your dollars in one bucket and hope for the best, you know. Try to set limits and test what works for you. But for us, it was like $100. You know what I'm saying? And also for like the YouTube stuff, you know, if you branch out with other people and connect with like bigger YouTubers and let them use your content, you know, that's a good way to build your YouTube and stuff like that, your fan base. And I think that helped a lot. But also now that Beatstars has like you know, you could download a beat for free, but you need to subscribe to somebody. That actually is good. I wouldn't recommend like doing it consistently for every beat, but like every now and then just throw that in there. And it's a good way to help like boost up your fan base and like get more subscribers.
Another thing that you told Producer Grind that stood out is that you use social media to give something back to your followers rather than, you know, ask of something like, buy this beat, here's a beat, listen to my beat, buy the beat again. What does that mean to your branding, giving something to the people?
If you help an artist out, they're more than likely to come look to you for guidance, or just might look up to you, and in return you'll like gain a loyal fan, a loyal customer. If you have a loyal fan, every time you drop something, they're gonna like it, they're gonna comment it, or they're gonna do, you know, just engage in your content, and that alone is gonna help boost your like SEO and, you know, just get you the traffic that you want and probably you'll need eventually. You know, it all adds up to one big cause, and it's to, you know, make beats and be able to do what you want to do for a living.
I know there are so many marketing tools that you use, so this isn't the easiest question to answer, but out of all of them, what are maybe one or two of the most effective marketing tools that you utilize?
For sure, the YouTube, just collabing with other YouTubers, like bigger YouTubers. That right there boosted our like subscribers up by thousands. I mean, it's just kind of hard to connect with somebody. We just kind of got lucky and just knew a dude. You know, it was Mark's best friend, like from high school type of deal. Yeah. And like that shit was just organic and it just happened.
So you just had a famous YouTuber friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like we got like one funny video from like back then before he like actually blew up, and it was like us being dumb. Yeah, like he would just randomly do like funny skits, and like, you know, everybody has potential to blow up. It's just if you stick to it, like he stuck to it and we stuck to it. Like now look at him, he got fucking both his
500,000 subscribers.
But he got two YouTube, so it's like close to like 900,000 followers. I mean, subscribers. So we just got, you know, kind of got lucky. But I don't know. It all worked out for his best, and everybody did their part to be where they're at. So that's how that happened. And then I think Facebook, the Facebook Pixel. And the thing about Facebook Pixel, it just really depends on how you present yourself. You know, it's always trial and error, because something's going to work for a month, like really good. Then the next month, you're gonna have to change it up and do something different. And I've had to change our ads, the way we present ourselves, like 5-6 times over the last year, just because it gets old. And that's what I meant, like, by doing graphics, you always got to find something that works, and you're gonna have to change stuff, and that's where it comes in handy. And that way we're not constantly paying like a graphic designer to do everything for us, because that shit gets expensive, and that's that comes out of your budget and ultimately what you make. So yeah, Facebook and I guess YouTube. YouTube is like one of the biggest like places you could get like like traffic. So if you're ranking in YouTube, then you're doing good, and you really probably won't even need Facebook Pixel.
So there's this perception out there that major label artists or artists with large fan bases don't license beats online. Is that true in your experience?
Nah, they license. Money Man licensed the unlimited license, but after that I hit him up, and shout out to Money Man. He ended up copping the exclusive rights, but there's nothing wrong with it. It happens. It's normal. So like buying exclusive rights to me is personally played out, just because you're gonna spend so much money on a beat, and then you're left with no money to do marketing and do graphics. So yeah, you're gonna own rights to a beat, but your graphics are gonna be shitty, and nobody's gonna want to even click on it. Your promotion is not gonna be there. Like, so who's gonna listen to it? So you lose out on all that money, and then the producer, he gets stuck with a beat that's not making no income off the back end. When you sell exclusive rights, that's what you try to aim for, is to make money off the back end. And if you're not, then ultimately you lose out, because what they paid in the beginning, you could easily make all that back. I mean, all that with just leasing it out for the next couple years. We recently had to buy an exclusive back from somebody because of that. And like within the first month, what that artist paid, we made it all back. Just from the first month of putting it back up, like we made all that back. So it's just like, now we're very picky who we sell exclusive rights to, but leasing it's the normal. It's the normal now, and there's nothing wrong with it. I actually recommend it.
So you've had plenty of beats remade by other producers for some hits, right? And I'm not gonna really go too deep into it. We'll talk once the legal matters have been resolved. But what is happening really often to producers now who are publishing beats online is that their beats are becoming hit singles without them even realizing it, or collecting on the thousands of dollars generated by the success of these songs through the various royalty streams. Has this happened to you?
Yeah, multiple times. I mean, it's just, honestly, as a producer, it's like fucking, I hate it. And it makes me like very disappointed. It's so much bullshit that you got to do just to get paid. And, the artists and the labels, and they're all familiar with the game. So they're like, we'll collect all the money, and then at the end, we'll lower the fuck up because we got the big budget. You know what I'm saying? We'll do anything and everything to not pay the person. So there's not any way you could really prevent it besides copywriting your beats before they get stolen. But I mean, it's kind of like, from my understanding, copywriting your beat with the government takes a long ass time and probably costs an arm and a leg. Cause
it's cheap, actually. It's really cheap. It's like
how much is it?
$30 for a batch of MP3s.
Cause I know we did something recently where we had to play like close to like, I want to say like $600. I don't know if it was to like Expedient or something, but yeah, pretty much. That's copyright your beats, man. But if you're barely starting off, like I think you mentioned it before, like I wouldn't worry about it because you don't really have a fan base. But once you get up there, like definitely try to copyright your work and have paperwork just in case anything like that was to happen. But you got to be realistic. If you only got 100 followers and 50 views on your YouTube or your beats, like save your time. But if you're getting thousands and thousands and millions of views, I would definitely consider it, just because you don't know who's viewed it, who is viewing it or who's trying to remake it. So yeah.
So have you had
bad.
situations like that get resolved?
I'm still trying to resolve one of the cases. It was going good, but now it's kind of like up in the air. So, you know, I'm still like in high hopes that it's going to get resolved, which I'm pretty sure it will one way or another, just because like it's fucking obvious and we got a decent lawyer. But I mean, yeah, it happens. There's one case where the song's not even big enough for us to do anything about it. And I mean, there's people, I found out today that there's somebody that bought our beat and selling our beat to artists within their city. And they're what you would call the big artists that made their own label. So I don't know. It's a lot of fuckery in the industry stuff, like, well, just selling beats in general. But, you know, I wouldn't trade it to do anything else. This is what I like to do. We're making a decent living. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, it'll all figure itself out.
Mark, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro.
He's a little tipsy. He's just like, yeah. See, you know, me, I think I'm like the more serious one of the group, just because like shit like that really annoys me, because all the shit that I do to try to build up the brand, like shit like that is like super disrespectful.
Yeah,
you know,
it is, like, for real.
Speaking of disrespect, you had a birthday recently, right? Or is that still coming up?
He had his birthday. My birthday's coming up.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so you're still alive after you, but that's good. I was worried, man. You said you were going to Vegas, right?
Mm.
Did you?
You go to Vegas? Okay. Mark
we
already
went.
forgot.
Nah, we had a good time, man.
Man, she blackouts after blackouts.
Yeah, I suited up for the birthday. I don't know if y'all seen, but
bro, everybody saying I had the Saints Row suit on, bro. Everybody making fun of me. I had the Saints Row suit.
Bro, you look like you own a casino with that suit.
Where do you see the online beat market in 5 years?
I think it's gonna be like the industry standard. Honestly, I think all the producers that are coming up now, I think they're gonna be like the main ones you'll see, like what they would consider the industry producers. I think it's just gonna merge, and everybody that's doing like really good online will be like in a super fucking good spot. The beat selling, it's only gonna get better. Personally, for me, as people learn that you could go online and buy a beat, receive the paperwork, and everything be done properly, I think it's headed in the right direction. But I mean, of course, with any business, there's going to be bullshit, but hey, you got to take the good with the bad.
Have you used the new Bestars app yet? I still haven't, because I don't have
I got it. Yeah, I think it works good, man. I like it. It makes it easier. On the cool, I think it's going to make sales a lot easier to get. I think it's also going to help the Beatstars stuff, like actually buying promo. I think the promo for the Beatstars stuff is going to be like stupid good to use. So I definitely think people should like watch out for that, you know, invest in that once it comes out and just test it out.
All right, so last question. Where do people find Beatdemons on social media? Where do they find the beat catalog from Beatdemons?
Beatdemons.com. Instagram is @Beatdemons. Twitter is @Beatdemons.
And this is where all the Las Vegas photos have been posted to as well.
Not all of them.
All right, no comment.
We can't post most of them. Yeah, bro. We had a good time.
You didn't punch anybody, right?
Nah, not this time.
Okay. That was my worry. On that note, I appreciate both of you taking the time to sit down and share your experiences and your wisdom.
So appreciate you, bro.
Of course, much continued success to you. We'll do an interview again once all your legal issues are resolved and you're broadcasting live from a mansion with an infinity pool.
Bet. I got you, bro.